There she is. I'll fuck this white boy up. What you need? There she is.
Units at 211 occurred 20 minutes ago from 17320 Ventura Boulevard at CBS. Suspect fled on foot eastbound through parking lot. Suspect is a female, white, red hair, unknown eyes, 5'5", 115 pounds, 40 years of age, wearing a red dress, black jacket. Weapon used was a black pocket knife. Property taken was a cooler with miscellaneous items. Incident 1330.
Damn, she sounds cute. I might ask that chick out on a date if they don't arrest her. I didn't catch that whole description. Did they say 115 pounds with red hair?
All units at 211 occurred 20 minutes ago from 17320 Ventura Boulevard at CBS. Suspect fled on foot eastbound through parking lot. Suspect is a female, white, red hair, unknown eyes, 5'5", 115 pounds, 40 years of age, wearing a red dress, black jacket. Weapon used was a black pocket knife. Property taken was a cooler with miscellaneous items. Incident 1330.
Damn, that's my kind of girl. How tall did they say she was? I'll say that again. She's got red hair, a red dress, a black knife. She just robs an entire CVS. She sounds like a good time. Let's see if I can find her. If I can find her before the cops, I can offer her shelter. I think I'm going to harbor a criminal this morning. Aiding and abetting. Look at that. That's donut heaven right there. That's donut heaven. Right now, I'm attempting to harbor a fugitive right now. So she's eastbound on Ventura Boulevard through some parking lots. Let's think like a criminal. They're calling all units. That means there's probably a chopper in the air. It's just right up here. Let's see who can find her first. All of the Los Angeles Police Department or me? I like my chances. Whoa, shit, my bad. I'm gonna get in a crash, you guys. You guys, the news, that story last night?
Outside, race owner Jeff Tenney wanted to make sure he could get back in whenever he wanted, but he did not bargain on the Mountain Lion, getting in whenever he wanted and finding the open door too hard to resist. He tells KCAL News he first spotted the big cat when it was in the living room.
A lot of mountain lions been eating people lately, by the way.
Wound up in the water.
Cat was in the pool.
Taking baths in the pool.
And was gone. So everyone was okay, and Bandit slept through the entire thing.
Well, the only casualty of the
So that call that me and fucking Castillo went on is a crazy call. It's the lead news story this morning. Where those power lines were down. And we left and didn't watch the investigations. Do you guys remember where somebody said it was eerily quiet? You guys were like, it's eerily quiet here. And it was eerily quiet. And cops were there, it was taped off. So some dude was beating up his girlfriend up right in that street. And then some other dude pulled over to help her. So he shot his girlfriend. She died instantly. And then he shot that Good Samaritan. And then the cops came, and then we were there. You remember we were there. But remember somebody said it was eerily quiet. The dude, remember I had my flashlight going too. In that homeless encampment with the wires. The dude had shot himself. He was laying there dead. And fucking Castillo was like, let's go. We could have found the guy.
A lot of guns because we see a lot of other criminal activities associated with the front.
It's the lead story
drug
today.
dealing.
Did you see the roosters? How sad is it?
Oh, it's very sad. You know, it's very sad because there's really no out for these roosters. You're not able to rehabilitate them. This is what their sole purpose is for.
Did you hear that, Aaron? Where you said it was eerily quiet last night? That dude had shot his girlfriend, killed her. Well, first he was beating her up, and then some dude, some knucklehead like me, pulled in to try and be Johnny Hero. He got fucking shot. And then the cops came, and then you saw me and Castillo showing up. The shooter shot himself right there. He was laying right there on that dark street dead. By those power lines in that homeless encampment. Yeah, exactly. Here. So this chick fled eastbound. I promise you I'll find this chick. This chick has, what does she have? Let's hear. I got a lot of information on this bitch. I guarantee you she went to the park. I know where she's at. She's in the park. She's fucking got red hair. I already forgot her description. I'd make a terrible cop. You know, Duran, somebody was in the live yesterday saying Duran was on a ride-along. I didn't know what they meant. They meant he was on a ride-along with the police. Duran's in... That's another crazy thing. You guys, that call that me and Castillo went to, Duran was in a police car doing a ride-along on Code 3s last night. That's what that person meant when they said, Duran's not live tonight. He's on a ride-along. What else would a ride-along mean? He's on talking about it now? Yeah, I heard him. That's how I know. I was listening to him a little bit ago. And then this Code 3 came in. Yep, the helicopter's in the air for this chick. I hear it. I promise you I can find her before they do. So let's listen to her description. See if I can catch that again.
18 Buckingham Road, 40.
Oops. She's probably in this tent right here.
All units at 211 occurred 20 minutes ago from 17320 Ventura Boulevard at CBS. Suspect fled on foot eastbound through parking lot. Suspect is a female, white, red hair, unknown eyes, 5'5", 115 pounds, 40 years of age, wearing a red dress, black jacket. Weapon used was a black pocket knife. Property taken was a cooler with miscellaneous items. Incident 1330.
So what is it, 211, a robbery? 5'5", 115? That means she's skinny. She's in a red dress with a black coat. She fled right toward Michael Jackson's house. I think she's just going right over here to the park. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. She's not one of these rich people. She wasn't heading back into the fucking hills. She went to the park, you guys. And as soon as the helicopter goes up, you fucking know when the helicopter goes up, she's not going to be walking in plain sight. And is she hard to find? I don't know. She's carrying a cooler. Like she's going to tailgate at the fucking football game. Red dress, red hair. Where is she? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Whoa. They are hard to find, you guys. When I lived down the way a little bit, and I had crime every night, I would catch people breaking into my house and shit, or my garage, and I would run out in real time and not be able to find them. They are some sneaky little motherfuckers. like my chances, though, honestly. Look at all these civilians walking around. Ain't none of these people saw her? I really feel like I should not be using the word ain't. If she fled eastbound, I know where she's headed. The thing is, I know where her destination is. She's probably meeting up with that dude right there. I don't hear the helicopter. She's headed over to the Sepulveda Basin, you guys. The Sepulveda Basin, where I do lives when it's on fire sometimes. You guys have been there. They get 2 to 3 calls for a fire there per day, okay? Last year, there were 451 calls for a fire out of 365 days at the park. The guys who do the modeling to project how a fire will go there if Santa Ana winds are blowing, if Santa Ana winds are blowing at 50 miles per hour, half the speed of the Palisades, they project 50 to 200 people will die and the fire will go all the way to the ocean, which is 8 miles. Meanwhile, we just let the homeless start it on fire twice a day. And here's the other thing you guys don't know. Oh, so there's 300 to 600 homeless encampments in there. In this one park. We'll go down there and find this bitch, but you got to be careful. You know why? Because they booby trap their encampments. So if you walk into those woods through the encampments, there's like fish line hanging all around with fish hooks that you can't see. You see what I'm saying? So you can't even walk up close to them or you'll just get your face cut. This is the CVS she robbed right here. So she robbed that CVS. It's been a while now, like half hour ago. So let's do the math. Oh, this homeless chick is gone though. This homeless chick that's normally here fits the description actually. She fled eastbound. Through parking lots. I wonder where this homeless chick went. So should we go westbound? No, I'm just kidding. This homeless encampment, they booby trap it. They also have fireworks explosives that they booby trap it with. This bitch must have been desperate to fucking rob a CVS on a Sunday morning at knife point just to get a couple of Gatorades and a bag of chips. I mean, what did she get? Some cervezas? Do they sell beer in there? She could have just asked somebody, you know, like everybody else. Aloha. Riley, I'm not eating. That's just what I sound like, Riley. That's just what I sound like, Riley. Okay, if this bitch is eastbound through parking lots. Okay. So she left here eastbound through this parking lot. That means she was cutting through these parking lots over here. She cutting through the Encino Commons. I know where she's headed though. She's headed to this park. See some yellow tape right there. This is a big old complex, though. You didn't see that girl in the red dress, huh?
What?
The woman in the red dress, red hair, Roja hair, red dress. It's okay. Carrying, she had a cooler. Okay.
What about move?
Yeah, she robbed a CVS.
Oh,
They
yeah?
did they catch her? No.
Oh, oh wow.
Yeah, she robbed CVS.
Yeah?
I'm looking for her. Thank you. Is Roja how you say red in Spanish? Did I get that right? Oh Lord. Hello, good morning, babe. How do you say red in Spanish? Roja? Roja. Blue is azul? Green is verde, right? Blanca is white. God, my Spanish gets really bad toward the end of the year. I really gotta brush up. Yeah, Roja. Well, she got red hair and a red dress. Oh, I just saw someone in red. Okay, so she probably got down to at least this far before she heard the helicopter. Here's a protest. Stop Syrians from killing people. 2 protesters outside of an Israeli school. LA is wild, man. So she made it at least this far. A lot of churches around here. She probably slipped into church. I mean, it's so easy to duck out, you guys. You can just ditch the cooler and walk into church and just wait it out. Because you know that's what she's doing. That's what I would do. I would wait that shit out. She got her cooler stashed. That's the move most criminals make anyway. You know, they steal from your house. Sometimes, this is actually a good tip, pro tip. If somebody steals something from you, a lot of times they just stash it about like right in the alley near your house and they come back for it later. That's like pro tip. Somebody steals something from you, go check within like one block of your pad. You love verde salad? We're right under Tom Petty's house now. There are some ridiculous estates in Encino. I think David Hasselhoff used to own this pad up here. Ooh, every time I see red, I get all excited. Anybody see the movie Encino Man? This place here, I love this house. I like homes like this that have a big yard. Like, see this big, massive fucking property here? I mostly like it because of the big yard. Somebody once told me David Hasselhoff used to own it, or maybe he still does. It's kind of a big old, like, castle. I mean, usually you don't see obnoxious estates like this on this side of the hill. These are more for like, you know, over in Beverly Hills and other, but the fucking yard is so big. You see how far back the house is? Just a massive. I wonder if this bitch, yeah, she got away for sure. Cops give up easily too in LA. Like, they give up really quick. In fact, sometimes they don't even search. They do put a helicopter up. You guys, the last time we were in Encino and they had a helicopter up is when those fucking 2 people got shot and killed. Yeah? That Hollywood money is drying up. William, that's the misnomer though, Willie. What's up, Cheryl, Diane, Bradley, Aaron, everybody? I'm not looking at my chat. You guys, listen. It's not even Hollywood money. Do you know I'm driving through Encino? It's all foreign dignitaries, people who own gas stations, Saudi Arabians, Armenians, people from Israel who aren't. Listen, Israel's underwater from a popularity contest standpoint. Trust me. The polls show it. But this neighborhood we're in here, all these rich, this isn't really Hollywood. I mean, you got, of course there's people from Hollywood, but I'm saying even the misled Trump supporting community doesn't understand what's happening. And Trump's protecting the wrong people. He's throwing the wrong people out of the country. Literally. We need to get rid of diplomatic immunity immediately. We have diplomatic immunity. All the kids of these Saudi Arabian families who all have oil money, own all these gas stations, their kids run around as undocumented immigrants in fucking gold BMWs with doing 100 miles an hour, smashing into shit, fucking shit up, and they have diplomatic immunity. That means they're untouchable. They're more powerful than the president himself. You guys have to understand how that works. And there's not just a couple of them. They're everywhere. And it's fucking sickening. And this is what has to be stopped. Throwing the Mexicans out who fucking mow their grass and clean the house is retarded. You heard it. I used the R word. With a mouthful of food, Ryan. That was for you. Ryan, I said retarded with a mouthful of food. That was for you, brother. Damn, it is a protest. And a counter protest. Huh. Let's drive around and look at that while we're looking for this bitch in the red dress. Good, Monty. Thank you. It's going to keep coming back to you because I'm not going to let up. I'm not letting up on YouTube. First of all, you can't drive on fucking TikTok. Number 2, I get to swear and sound like a Trump supporter in here, but I'm not. But I could sound like one. Number 3, I think TikTok's going dark, let's be honest. You guys don't believe me? Where are my Trump supporters? I think this chick went inside a church, but we're going to find her at the park right now, dragging that fucking cooler down the road. I promise you. Am I about to rob someone? Yeah, I'm about to rob these Israeli protesters. Give me your money. Give me your diplomatic immunity. I'm going to rob somebody of their diplomatic immunity. Does that mean you carry a card? I wonder if you have to be a card-carrying member of that group for diplomatic immunity. I've almost, the closest I've ever come to being killed in LA was by Saudi Arabians with diplomatic immunity. I don't like it. Look at this guy. Let's see what the protest is. United, we stand. Looks like a pro-Israel. What's the protest? Nothing? What's happening?
Just support for the Druze.
Gotcha.
The Druze community.
Gotcha. Thank you, man. It is a pro-Jewish Encino's got a lot of Jews, so it's pro-Jewish. If you're looking to free, I should have said free Palestine and see what he said. Oh, so the two people across the street are counter-protesters. This is funny. It's not funny. I'm laughing because when I see single or just two protesters, it's not funny, actually. I just always think it's... Or wait, these people are going across the street. Jins and Jews. But I say free Palestine. The problem is this for the Israelis, it's not that I don't want to support Israelis or Jews, but they have to stop carpet bombing Palestine at this point. I mean, come on. I've never got involved in that issue politically. Like, that's been the one issue I don't fuck with, is the Israeli-Palestine war. But you guys, they fucking carpet bombed all of Palestine. It's basically all in rubble. They've killed more than 30,000 children. That's more people than live in my hometown. I even used to listen to people who said, well, why don't they rise up and stop Hamas? And I thought, you know what? That's true. But at this point, they're starving to death. Try going without a sandwich for 3 days and then starting a revolution. It isn't going to happen. Okay? At this point, you're just clamoring for some fucking rice and beans. So they need to stop. If Israel wants if Israel really wants the last 12 hostages, then get your happy asses out of your airplanes and walk down into the tunnels like brave American soldiers do in Fallujah. We didn't even have to walk around Fallujah. We still fucking did it. God bless America. That's a liberal talking about war right there for you. Then walk down into the goddamn tunnels and get them. Stop bombing kids over and over and over again. The hell are they doing? Sound like someone who wasn't in Iraq. Zach, I wasn't in Iraq, but I just made a pro-American statement supporting the troops who were forced to go building to building in cities like Fallujah. Do I need to be in Iraq to be fucking well-read on it? What the fuck are you talking about? Our soldiers should have never been asked to fucking go on the ground and walk through cities like Fallujah door to door after we invaded a country who had nothing to fucking do with 9/11. The army of our Americans just fucking died walking around Iraq for no fucking reason. We got rid of Saddam Hussein. Who gives a shit? That wasn't our problem. Our fucking soldiers had to drive down these streets, up and down these streets for 20 years, playing a fucking game of fucking chess, trying to fucking not be blown up by IEDs that were buried on the fucking side of the road. What a silly bunch of shit that was. When Saudi Arabia is the fucking country that every single 9/11 terrorist came from. Okay, this bitch has got to be up here at this park. If she's not, oh well, I'll go find something else to do later. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if I think I know right where she's at, actually. I got a gut feeling. They may have arrested her and we just missed it. Vietnam, another stupid war, Kelsey. Stupid fucking war. There was no weapons of mass destruction. It's fucking retarded. That was back when I hated George Bush, but Trump makes him look like a patriot. First of all, George Bush, remember, and I don't hate him. I hated him when he was doing that warmongering, but George Bush, I was governed by George Bush when I lived in Dallas. He owned the Texas Ranger. He was just a good old boy, son of a president. He drank a lot. He'd be drunk at the Rangers games and shit. He was the governor of Texas at the time. But Trump has made him, can you imagine that? You're so disliked, and then how, I mean, only Trump could make fucking George Bush become that likable. Like, were you ready to cast him as the hero in a movie and shit? But I will say this, I've never seen this country more united ever than I did on the week of 9/11. So maybe the moment just got to him, when he stood on the rubble with the speaker. We're gonna bring these motherfuckers to justice, or whatever he said, right? And then he went to the wrong place because he's half retarded. I said the R word again. Stop using that word. All right, this is the park. It starts right here. You guys, we're talking about a massive wildlife preserve. Let's just start by stopping here and let me get my bearings. All right, so in the middle of all of it is a few golf courses. But this massive wildlife preserve has this wildlife preserve, everybody keeps asking if I robbed someone. Is that because I titled it armed robbery? Has 300 to 600 homeless encampments. It's a wildlife preserve, so it's federally protected. It's actually controlled by the Army Corps of Engineers because it's a major dam over there for all of the water in the San Fernando Valley. But it's policed by LA and controlled by the Army Corps of Engineers, but policed and kemped by Los Angeles. Because of federal regulations with wildlife preserves, you only have a 2-month window to do brush clearance or come in here and fuck with anything because it's a bird sanctuary. The birds migrate through here. And so this is the park where they get the fire department says 2 to 3, the numbers don't line up, but 2 to 3 calls a day for a fire. I always joke, and it's not a joke, that I see a fire here every day. Turns out there's 2 fires here every day. They had 451 calls for fires last year out of 356 days. That's a lot of fires. But right in these woods all along here, I'll show you. One of my second live ever, 14 months ago, was when remember when the firefighter had his ears blown off? Do you guys remember that? And we thought it was a propane tank? It wasn't a propane tank. It was firework, pipe bomb, booby traps. So all of the encampments in here are booby trapped, first of all, with fish line hanging around. So if you walk in, that just starts cutting your face because you can't really see it. So to all the people who keep telling me the homeless are harmless and shit, we have to stop that. It has evolved. I'm just trying to see if I can see anything right here. I know I saw kind of a dangerous encampment. Oh, here it is right here. And so they come and do all of their illegal dumping. Like contractors come here and dump all of their shit illegally for refrigerators, pallets, and so on. And then the homeless take it. And we were also here because one of the homeless shot somebody. So here you go. Here's an encampment right here. Here's a booby-trapped encampment right here. Huge, massive encampment. Look at that. So this is like where it starts. So there's 300 to 600 of these encampments. These guys start fires 2 or 3 times a day. 300 to 600 people. It says fuck ice on the side of their encampment. And these woods run all along here through this wildlife preserve. They have cars. You see that cars? They've built roads. They've actually built roads down in here. They have unlicensed vehicles and fucking cars. And when I tell you it's a park, I'm not kidding. It's an actual park. This is just a skinny line of woods they live throughout. See, this is a fucking massive fucking baseball field. They're playing baseball right now and shit. We've been here for fires. We've been here for that shooting. We've been here for the firefighter who had his ears blown off. 12 firefighters were injured. One had his ear completely severed. They sewed it back on. I did a live. That was at one of the homeless encampments right over there. That's the dam. Actually, the dam runs all the way, the freeway all the way down. There's the fucking dam. And then you can see over here, this land is controlled by the Army Corps of Engineers, and this is where the shooting occurred. One of those guys in the tents I don't know if he killed someone, shot someone. So the guys who take care of these fields put up these signs, no trespassing, keep out. It doesn't matter. The most dangerous guys live over there. That's their encampment. You guys see some of those buildings? It's a homeless encampment. So we did a live here when all those cops were pursuing that shooter. But that's the woods all through there. All those woods are full of those booby-trapped homeless encampments where they started on fire basically every day. And so Peter Betrios, there's a big news story on KNX about it this week. That's where I got the numbers, actually. I didn't know what the numbers were, but Peter become friends with Peter. 451 calls for fire. So at some point today, there will be 1 or 2 fires in these woods because they just walk away. They cook their shit or whatever, and then they walk away. And then you can see how disgusting it all is. All of their garbage and trash is just all throughout the woods. And it's a wildlife preserve. Like, they talk about we can't cut the trees because we got to protect the animals and shit. Look at all this. It's disgusting. Like, if the homeless would at least clean up after themselves, we're in a park that has all kinds of trash cans and shit, right? That you could just throw all your trash away. But they don't. I'll show you. I'll walk right into there. It feels kind of safe today because it's daylight and there's people playing baseball, but I know it's not. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that shit, man. Where's my gimbal? Let's get a smoother ride on the phone. They have built an entire city back here. On both sides, there's roadways, cars, encampments, and they've taken it over. They've tapped into the electrical in the park. So, they have electricity and all that shit. It is pretty fucking wild, actually. It's crazy shit, man. They put the signs up, but a sign doesn't mean shit if you don't enforce it. No camping, no lodging, no storage, no dumping, no overnight parking. All disobeyed for years. They actually did a feature in they did a feature during the pandemic about all this shit. And that's right, you're hearing like a Democrat liberal complain about this. Democrats, we got to get tougher on figuring. We got a mayor who's done nothing. We have 75,000 homeless people in the city. When our mayor took office, we have 75,000 homeless people today. Nothing's happened. I'm not going to go too far deep back here because it's booby trapped and shit. But, you know, throughout all this, ow, shit, this is where the encampments are. Actually, I'm not going to go back. I don't need to fucking walk into a fish hook and shit. But for, I would say 3 miles this direction. Actually, I'll drive up to the other part where the roadways are. I'll show you those fucking roadways. You'll be like, what? Like, that's probably a booby trap fucking thing. That firefighter that got his ear blown off. Well, the thing is, it's a wildlife preserve. So this land is, it's very rare in LA to have preserved land. Let me drive further down. But it's absolutely like how it's preserved for the wildlife to do bird migration, but this can't be healthy for the birds. You know what I mean? See, it's all full of this shit. Let's go up here. I'll show you these roadways they built. I'm not fucking kidding. They've built their own city in this part right over here. But what I'm saying, this whole thing about this chick who robbed CVS, she lives here. You know what I'm saying? 500 homeless encampments are like right here by the CVS. So the chick who fucking walked in with a knife and robbed them with a cooler to get food and water and shit, she's in one of these encampments. This is where you come find her. She's here. There's no doubt about it. She's in there. You don't see anyone over here looking. And the cops and firefighters themselves, the reason we go, so when there's a fire now, the fire department is apprehensive. They go, well, we can't just go walk into these encampments because our firefighters get their ears blown off and they get fish hooks caught in their fucking face. It's supposed to be preserved for wildlife. Look, they had to put these barriers up because they had built roadways that you can turn in and out of. It looks like they've been trying to block them. So occasionally the city comes in, like right here. Come on, dude, on the bike. He probably lives here. Sure enough. How you doing? Don't mind me. Oh. That dude lives here. That's a windshield, so the whole windshield. But this is what the city has done. Did the city do this? Do you know the city did this? We're just checking out the park. Don't mind me. So yeah, the grid filled. And then, so this used to be like a turn in where you could turn in and drive like through the road. So that guy lives here on that bike. Did you see his face was covered and shit and he's looking at me sideways? So he's about to go tell all his people there's some dude fucking with us right now. So look, this is one of the booby traps, you guys. So now when the cops try to turn in, so the cops used to come in here and try and clear their encampments. They put their own trees to block. So if a cop actually turned in here, they dug a fucking hole. Either the city dug this hole to stop them from using it, or the homeless dug the hole to stop the cops from coming in. So you can't even fucking tell what the booby trapping is for. But this is what I'm talking about. They built their own roadways. Oh, I hear people. I gotta get out of here. Do you hear the hammering and the nailing? That's homeless people working on their encampment. I'm not going down in there and fucking with these. I don't have, you know what? Let me get my bear mace. My bear mace in my. So this is a natural wildlife preserve in Los Angeles. Do you see how clean cut the dude on the bike looked? The dude on the bike looked like he just rode out of fucking Like he just rolled out of Encino. The dude on the bike was literally riding home to his encampment. Police came down here and rolled down through this roadway, you would find the girl in the red dress with the knife and the cooler who robbed the CVS. And this is right where those guys are all playing baseball, is right fucking there. Look at this entire roadway systems. Fucking goes down, goes that way, turns out that way. You hear them hammering and nailing. It sounds like a construction zone, but it's not a construction zone. Hear that? Just messing around over there. That must be the city that dug all the holes to stop them from driving around back here. I'm seeing in the roadways like a skid, like one of those fucking skid operators come down here. And so they were saying, why don't they just come clear all the brush and shit? You guys, they're all back there. That is a massive encampment right there. The problem is bear mace doesn't do you much good because these guys are armed with guns. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this encampment they're working on. Yeah, the city must have done this to prevent them from driving. That must be the city cutting these holes so they can't drive their cars back here anymore. Like you would come down here and their cars would be parked in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with these people. But I promise you that the girl with the fucking red dress and the red hair and the black knife and the cooler full of goods who just robbed CVS is in this park. And she's in one of these 300 encampments. And she's one of the 600 people who fucking live here. I guarantee it. Well, they're coming back for me. They're fucking actually coming at me. If you just heard that, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Did you hear him just scream? Oh, he is coming for me. Here he comes. Let's watch him. Look at him. That's a dude screaming at me. Hola! Hola! I gotta get the fuck out of here. Huh? Huh? Throw your fucking trash away! You stupid motherfuckers! At least clean up after yourself! How sad is it that a baseball game is going on and there's literally the movie 24 fucking days later has happened fucking 10 feet away? I mean, what if your kids just meandered off into the fucking park 20 feet away from the baseball game? You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking fed up with it. And there's more. There's where the roadways go in. This is where he's coming. We'll just make sure we have a quick getaway if they have a gun. You know, I'm fucking tired of it, man. I'm fucking tired of it. So they put all these barriers up because this is where the roadway goes in. This is where we're just parked. They've built their own city in there. And this is the dam I'm talking about. This is the LA River that comes from the San Fernando Valley. So when it floods, which is rare, the Army Corps engineers control that dam. That's why they control this space. Let's see if this dude wants to eat some bear mace this morning, because I'll fucking light him up with it. And And this is just first section that I just drove through. What is this, a half a mile? This is just the first small section. You see across the street where occasionally they come do cleanup? You see that massive fucking pile right there? You see that? That's all homeless trash. That see how big it is compared to those people walking with their dogs? That's all the trash they do when they bring in skid loaders and they push it out. This park is massive. So it goes a mile that way, a mile that way, another mile that way. Oh, here comes the truck right here. Here comes the truck out of the homeless encampment coming at us, you guys. Let's see what happens. Here comes the dude we were just yelling at. Let's see what happens. 87108F3. Right here. He's got a pit bull. Oh, sorry. Do you know? He just came out of that. It's literally it's Escape from New York shit, you guys. Do you hear him? Hey, get the fuck out. He's got a pit bull and shit. He's back there. And this is what I'm talking about, you guys. This is the park where you just saw all the kids playing baseball and shit. It continues on, you guys. You want to see some more? You see that fire? You see that fire zone? That guy who just left in the truck probably just left his fire going. Continues on. Aaron, I'm not going to be fucking run off by him. I'm not going to be run off by him. That's the whole problem. The bitch in the red dress with the red hair who just robbed CVS, this is where she's at. And I just wanted to prove that point, even though I haven't found her. Where do you guys think she went? You think she's living down here? Of course she is. They're not only burning the park every day, 451 fires in 356 days. You can see it right there. It's all burnt. Across the street, it's all burnt. This is a wildlife preserve. They fly a helicopter over CVS and come take the report, and then they just leave. They goddamn well know that bitch is in fucking this stretch of road right outside of CVS. But you're not going to see the cops roll through here. If I was a cop and I had a gun and a license to use it and I had 20 other cops with me, I would have rolled right down to where I was and fucking walked through here and flushed that fucking bitch out. That's how you catch a criminal. That dude with the pit bull, he did have a license plate. I got his license plate number, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that doesn't even matter. I'm just saying, had he shot me or something, at least I would have had his plate number. Oh, you guys didn't see him. I had bad reception. I read off his plate number, though. You guys, I'll walk down in some more. I don't fear these fucking crazies. You know who doesn't fear crazy? Crazy. Crazy meets its match when it meets crazy. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's all burnt. Everything is burnt to a crisp. That's how it is. This is a natural wildlife preserve in the middle of Los Angeles. It's right off of, it's where the San Fernando Valley, right where the 405 and the 101 is. So it's the dam. It's our dam, which we rarely have to use. But I'll show you. There it is. So you see my blue dot where we're at. All of the homeless live all in that pathway, and they live all up and through there. And this is a massive wildlife preserve. All of the green is a wildlife preserve. There's a couple of golf courses you see in the middle, but all of this preserve, all of this is on fire twice a day. The projections for this fire, they did modeling, are that you start that on fire in 50-mile-an-hour Santa Ana winds, and it will burn through this area of Sherman Oaks, Encino, all the way to the ocean, which will basically burn right through the Palisades again and kill about 125 people. But meanwhile, they let the homeless people start it on fire twice a day. And Santa Ana winds are going to come. They're coming back again. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Oh, because the chick robbed the store. That's right. The name of the preserve is, I don't know. It's the Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Reserve. And it's got golf courses in the area and a couple of Woodley Park and Hagelty, which is right there where you guys saw the kids playing baseball and shit. But the majority of it is that preserve. You see all of that? And where we were this is where the dude was just yelling at us right there at the dam and shit. 3 dudes. We saw 3 dudes. Tim yelling at him from the safety of his car. You goddamn right. I told him to pick up his garbage as I drove off. I don't want their smoke. They've blown up 12 firefighters. They shot 3 people. And they just robbed CVS. You guys want me to go yell at them in person? No, thank you. And the only reason I yelled at him is because he was trying to intimidate me with his woohoo. Did you hear him? Woohoo! And then the guy in the truck had a pit bull. What do you want? You want me to fucking get pit bulled? They have pit bulls. They hang fucking fish hooks and wire around the encampments. And yeah, this is right by the CVS that woman just robbed. Sepulveda Wildlife Area, right there. There it is. Full of trash. You guys see the trash. The trash is endless. It's never ending. The trash is fucking never ending, you guys. Trash doesn't pick up trash is apparently true. The reason that's irritating is because it's a park full of trash cans. It's not like there's not a trash can. Sepulveda Wildlife Reserve. This is Sepulveda Dam, controlled by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, or owned. I don't know if own is the word. Bunch of homeless encampments on this side too. I don't feel like fighting everyone off today, so how about let's not do that. You guys, let me also explain what's happening, you guys. This is where they're having the 2028 Olympics. Where I'm giving you this tour, this is the spot. This is where all of the archery is happening. All of the BMX racing and shit, where the homeless guys just chased me off. All of the fucking skateboarding competitions are happening right there at the dam. That's where they're doing all the skateboarding. It's all the rollerblade, whatever, all that shit they do. All right here. And you think they're gonna have 600 homeless encampments with dudes with pit bulls and that Toyota truck and those maniacs who were just trying to come at me? And I didn't even go near them yet. I didn't even Olympics with that going on. And you know what's fucking really pissed me off is they are gonna come in here with a bunch of law enforcement and whatever they gotta do, and they're gonna run every motherfucker out of here. Why aren't they doing that right now? And displacing them in an area where they can control it or do what they're already doing, which is when they go clear a homeless encampment. You guys, this is just massive. I'm trying to give you a look of it. I could give you a look from above, actually, if I wanted. Let's go do that, actually. I think I will do that. This is where they're having the fucking Olympics in 3 fucking years. And so we're just going to let the homeless guys we're going to have a massive fire during the Olympics. We're going to have tourists being murdered during the Olympics. We're going to have competitors being accosted by pit bulls and dudes on Toyota fucking beat up Toyota truck yelling, "Hey, get the fuck out of here. Hey." You know what I mean? We're only going to clean it up for the Olympics. How about we clean the motherfucker up right now? Yeah, and this is a political issue, actually. You guys know the girl Maria who I text and went on a couple dates with. Her and her mother don't live far from her, right? And they've helped do the cleanup. These piles of trash right here, you see that? That's all been bulldozed, and then the city volunteers come out, and they come out and pick this trash up. And those are piles of it that they still have to get rid of. Are they going to clean this up in time for the Olympics, or fucking what? That's a no-access area that truck came out of, who was yelling at me like I'm in his fucking way. Hey, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of the way. That fucking piece of shit motherfucker, right? They're not even supposed to be in there. They just cut the chains on that and fucking built all their roadways and fucking cities in there and shit. We are a lawless city. I say it all the time in my life. I live in a lawless city. I love it and I hate it. But you know what? At some point we gotta fuck up. Law, from the perspective of the law. This is in the middle of Los Angeles. This isn't even something you guys hear about. You guys hear about Skid Row. You see it down on the streets of Hollywood. You see it in the streets of the inner city. You see it everywhere else. You don't even think about this because you don't hear about it. This is the middle of the San Fernando Valley. Beautiful, peaceful area. It's full of dangerous homeless people. Not homeless people, dangerous, drug-using homeless people who start this park on fire twice a day. 451 calls last year in 350 days. There's right there, driving down in there. And I mean, if they didn't start it on fire and use it openly and they threw their trash away, it's a wildlife preserve. The fire department is like, listen, we can only clear brush 2 months a year based on federal law. Well, what about the 12 months a year that it's being absolutely fucking contaminated by all the waste and the garbage and shit? Is that good for the birds who are nesting? And you know who cares? Nobody, because here's all the rich people over here playing golf. Their cars are being broken into during the day. It's just all an insurance Ponzi scheme. Oh, your car's broken into? It's not the guy right across the street. Just call your insurance and recoup and raise everybody's rates. You know, it's not hard to figure out what's wrong with America. It's fucking so stupid. There went a cop. Go find the bitch in the red dress who just robbed you or whatever. Anyway, we didn't find the girl in the red dress. I got scared. The maniac on the bike, the maniac going woo, and the maniac in the truck all scared me off, so I guess I'm no crime fighter, you know what I'm saying? I'm no crime fighter. You guys want to catch the bitch in the red dress? Well, come catch that bitch. She's over here somewhere. You guys get her. I'm not reading the chat, fucking commenting. I was just a decent tour of where I believe, and now that you've seen what I've shown you, you must believe as well that the CVS across the street from this park clearly is where the person who robbed the park is. Clearly. It couldn't be any clearer that the bitch I'm not walking my ass in there. You guys love that. You know what? I'll get Castillo and I'll make him go first. How's that? You guys call up Duran, Castillo, and whoever else does this shit. Get Tony, get all those motherfuckers, and you make those guys go in first. And then I'll fucking walk behind those guys, cause I'm fast. I'll just fucking pepper spray the whole goddamn lot of them. You want me to show how safe or dangerous they are? First of all, if you walk into one of those encampments, you guys just saw it. You're gonna get your face cut by fish hooks that are hanging in the woods. You have to like really pay attention as you walk around. They have fish line hanging around with hooks to just catch your face. And then they have fireworks and explosives that they use to attack you with. Some of them are armed with guns. We've done lives there where the guys fucking shot somebody. We've seen it on fire every day. What else do you want? I'm gonna become the Duran of YouTube because I'm gonna drive in my car. Fuck a one wheel. The picture's kind of smooth with the gimbal. Like if I hold the gimbal, it's giving us a smooth look, isn't it? Right? I'm running the gimbal right now. This is smooth as hell. And you see how close the park is to all these fucking amazing mansions and shit? I mean, this is the Beverly Hills of the Valley. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's the great Phil Hartman's house. This is where Phil Hartman was fucking literally murdered by his fucking wife. They haven't changed a thing. So in that bedroom right there you're looking at, Phil Hartman was fucking shot in the head by his wife. She was running back and forth from Studio City to get cocaine that night. She was hooked on cocaine. And that's where he was killed. I don't even know where I'm going. All of a sudden, I'm at Phil Hartman's house. What the hell are we doing here? I'm just now reading the chat. Somebody's mad that I yelled at the homeless person. First of all, those two homeless guys did all they could to intimidate me to leave, okay? And so I yelled at them. What do you want me to do? You think I'm a fucking crime activist with a gun or something? The fuck are you talking about? Hold on, let me see what Billy Bob said. Yelling at homeless person to pick up the trash isn't blaming the system, it's blaming the individual. Well, so do you have a problem with me telling someone to pick up their fucking trash? They do need to pick up their fucking trash. The one good thing my fucking first girlfriend here taught me was don't litter. It's fucking disgusting. If you litter, I don't care if you're homeless or not. The park is funded by the city, which is funded by our tax dollars, which puts trash cans all over that fucking park that they pay somebody to empty fucking twice a fucking week. And you know what? They can put their fucking trash in the goddamn trash can, motherfucker. Pick up your fucking goddamn trash. I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't be throwing cigarette butts out the window and fucking trash on the ground. It's fucking disgusting. Yelling at someone to pick up their trash. You goddamn right. Clearly Billy is a fucking litter bug, or whoever the dude was. He's clearly somebody who litters. See what it looks like when there's not litter all over the street? It looks amazing. See how clean that nice that looks and how healthy it is for the environment? Oh, I was gonna tell you to fuck off, Terry, but Angel already did. You think they caught Red, or we giving up right now? Did they catch Red, or are we just giving up? We're giving up. You guys, we're giving up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to charge it up, figure it out, see what's happening. We looked for Red. We couldn't find Red. We went down to the homeless park. I got scared. I got scared of the little homeless people, and I ran my ass right out of there. And I told them to pick up their fuck trash. I'm pretty proud of that, actually. I'm in quite a mood today. You know what? Because I am in a mood today. I didn't do any jokes on the homeless. I didn't do any jokes. It was all anger this morning. You know what? I'm pretty pissed that I couldn't find the girl in the red dress, because honestly, she sounded like somebody I would take out. You know what I mean? 5'5", 115 pounds, red hair, red dress, black knife. That's my kind of girl. I mean, I could see myself harboring a fugitive instead of turning her in, based on how kempt she was. Now, if she smelled really bad, I would have just turned her in. But if I was sure she wasn't going to stab Daisy, I might have said, hey, you want to watch some Netflix and chill, or what? What'd you get out of that CVS? Did you get any lemonade? Did you get any of those Pop Shocker tarts? Because those are really good. They sell them at CVS, and I think if you would have stole some of those, I might have harbored you as a fugitive. Okay, now I'm back to my regular self. Now I'm back to normal. Castillo had me out chasing her. That was a good story, though.
And current price, and the search continues for a missing 7-month-old baby boy in San Bernardino County, but there are holes in a mother's story.
Only on KNX News 97.1 FM.
It's 11 o'clock.
Let's hear the news.
This is CBS.
See the story, me and Castillo are at this top news story.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited the headquarters of the European Union.
Oh, we don't care about that. We're tired of hearing about Trump and Russia and fucking Vladimir Zelensky or whatever the fuck his name is. Obviously, Russia is a tyrant nation.
In order for there to be a peace deal, this is just
Clearly.
You may not like it. It may not be pleasant.
Let's listen to
may
Marco
be
Rubio.
distasteful. But in order for there to be an end to the war, there are things Russia wants that it cannot get, and there are things Ukraine wants that it's not going to get. Both sides are going to have to give up something in order to get to the table, in order to make this happen.
There's a change regarding
Marco Rubio is such a fucking bootlicker.
Washington, D.C. CBS's Jerika Duncan. The troops may be armed.
I mean, Vladimir Putin, did you see how he killed Alexei Navalny? Did you guys see the movie Navalny? If you haven't watched Navalny, then you don't even know who fucking Vladimir Putin is. Go watch the movie Navalny, please. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it and become enlightened. And you don't need just that movie. You need to fucking clear your fucking ears out and go see what the fuck is what. Vladimir Putin is a fucking killer. Stone cold piece of shit fucking assassin who assassinates people all over the fucking world, including in this city. And we're just fucking kids. Trump's just sucking on his fucking balls. It's embarrassing, man. Could you imagine having Vladimir fucking Putin's penis in your fucking mouth? What a fucking embarrassment, man.
Into exactly what caused this dispute.
And what's he gonna do tomorrow at the White House when Zelensky comes? He's gonna tell him, oh, you don't got a fucking suit on. You're not wearing a suit. Get in. JD Vance is gonna be in the back fucking a couch. What do you need, boss? What do you need, boss? I'm just back here fucking this love seat, boss. You need me to come yell at Vladimir? Send him back. Tape a cushion to his ass so I can fuck him, boss. Another boot fucking liquor. JD the fluffer, exactly.
British actor Terence Stamp has died. He was best known for his portrayal of General Zod.
I could be.
You are not the president. No one who leads so many could possibly kneel so quickly.
Terence Stamp was 87 years old.
Oh, the guy who played Zod died.
News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car.
Well, hit me up. I probably have time this week to help. Hit me up and let me know what it's for or what you're doing. What you need help with. I'm reading the comments right now. Oh, I got a message on this apartment. It's not an apartment. I got a message on this little house with a pool. Thank you for your interest. See the full message. Hello, thank you for your interest in the property. What date and time works for you to schedule a tour? Ooh. I'm available anytime to see the property. Let me know when you're going next. Ooh, I might go look at this house. It's got a pool. You want me to live stream it? So it's this 70-year-old lady has a nice home in the hills right under Eddie Van Halen's house. And badass house, but she split the lot and it's got a little house in the back. I think she's widowed, but you get the little house and you get your own pool. And I'm like, motherfucker, I want this. So I hit her up yesterday and now they're messaging me right now. It's a Sunday. I bet she hits me back and says, come today. So that's what I'm going to do, you guys.
Harrow telling sheriff's deputies that her son, Emmanuel, was taken by someone who hit her on the head and knocked her out. She was changing his diaper Thursday night in their car outside a Big Five store. That report launched a massive search, still underway, but the sheriff's department now says there have been inconsistencies in the mother's account of what happened. It also says she chose to stop cooperating with investigators after they kept pressing her, and says it can't rule out
I hope so, Angel.
foul play. I've got a photo of Emmanuel on our website at knxnews.com. Authorities say they'd like to hear from anyone who thinks they might have seen him. All right, it's 11:05 on this Sunday morning. Let's get out there, check your ride. Good morning, Sabina Mora.
Good morning, Larry. Going to start on the 5 freeway. A little bit of northbound slowing on the 5, leaving the 210 to the 14.
Nothing major on the freeways. She will like me that I'm handy. I can probably remodel her pool. I'll negotiate that, actually. I will negotiate the fact that
everything's open, the truck lanes are open.
Because the thing is, I don't like the price. Of course I don't like it. Nobody would like the price. I'm not going to tell you the price right now, but I'm going to negotiate the price down. I'm the only asshole who goes to rentals and negotiates down. I literally, every time I rent something, I negotiate it down. Well, first of all, my credit score is 790 right now, so I have leverage. And
freeway. Now this is northbound at Irvine.
But with her, as like somebody who's handy and can remodel her pool, yeah, I could put some Christmas lights up. I could take care of the pool so she can lose the pool guy. That'll save her a couple $100 a month. So I'll take that off the rent.
SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5s from the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
We are currently mostly sunny today, with the temps continuing to be below normal. Low 70s at the water, upper 70s for the metros, 80s to around 90 for the valleys, and low to mid 90s for the high desert, with some breezy conditions throughout the day as well. So patchy low clouds and fog later.
Even Tarek doesn't do that. God, I hate Tarek so much, Dean.
Shot and killed at a house party.
Here it is. Oh, no.
It's been described as an open invite back-to-school pool party at a home in Covina. Gunshots were
Oh,
just
no,
after
this is something
10 p.m.
else.
last night. Police say when they arrived,
Nah, this is
they
something
came
else.
across what appeared to be a large group of partygoers running in the street. The victim is reportedly a 16-year-old student from La Puente. He was rushed to a hospital but succumbed to his injuries. Investigators say there was a gun.
I'm waiting to hear about the shooting me and Castillo went to. That was one of the lead stories. I think I missed it a second ago.
Jordan, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
This is one of those clearly whodunit investigations.
Cold case detectives in Riverside asking the public for help to solve a cold-blooded murder.
There's
from
just
the
a lot of
90s. The victim, a movie theater employee. Here's Emily Valdez.
It happened in the early morning hours of July 11, 1991.
Damn, they're trying to solve 1991 murders. Jesus Christ. But that's good, I guess.
He just got home to the University Lodge Motel when he was murdered in the parking lot.
So he drives home in his red car. We do not know if there's any type of interaction, conversation.
I'm waiting for this stupid news story. Are they going to do it or not? Anyway, I'm going to go look at this house, you guys, if this lady hits me back. I can show you what it looks like. Here it is right here. It's just a little tiny house with a pool and shit. Like literally the pool is yours. It's separate for $2,700 a month. That is a sick setup. Boom. I want this setup right here. Boom. That's the setup I want. My cats will love that. Straight up cabana house. My cats will probably drown, which that does. I take that back. My cats are not going to drown. My cats will probably love it, though.
He's already facing 10 counts of grand theft and forgery.
Whoa, shit.
LA County DA Nathan Hochman says his prosecutors have uncovered new evidence showing the city housing authority and LA Metro paid Price is What more than $800,000 at the same time he voted to award the multi-million-dollar contract.
Fucking hot in the
He spoke
sun.
about
I
the
gotta
charges
find
to
some
LA
shade
political
here.
Analyst Hernan Molina, who says the charges follow a series of City Hall scandals in recent years.
And it's very unfortunate, especially...
Where's the story on me and Castillo stop? Jesus. Throw me some bone here. Throw me a bone already.
And in economic
Trying to get my car into a little bit of shade here.
Price's attorney says any charges are nothing more than an attempt to pile on to an already weak case. The original criminal complaint came roughly 4 years after an LA Times investigation. It found Price had repeatedly cast votes that affected housing developers and other firms listed as clients of his wife's consulting.
I love that. Was funny. I take back that my cats won't drown, but they'll love it though. No, I'm saying my cats. I'm saying I should have never manifested that statement. I love my cats too much to manifest a statement that they would drown. I would never. First of all, if Daisy fell in the pool, she'd be done for. She can't even stay in the bed. You know what I mean? She rolls out of the bed and falls on her head a lot. But yeah, I would get, that's the first thing I thought, Aaron. I was like, I'm going to get a little pool floater and put Daisy on it, and she gets to float around in the sun. She would love that. They love water. They're really like into water, my cats. But I just thought, what a great yard for my cats. I won't live in an apartment building because my cats have a certain expectation of quality of life that they're used to. They've always had a porch and a yard, always. And so it's like in a divorce when the judge gives the wife like the same quality of life she's already currently living. So I have to maintain.
I called Dr. Shulian, the nerve MD. That's exactly what a dentist, Dr. Rutley, did.
I have a feeling Daisy would like it as long as I didn't, make her do it by herself. I think Daisy would love it. I think she would love it. I know she would love it. In the UK, you're in a 5-bedroom house for $1,300 a month. First of all, the price on this rental I'm talking about is ridiculously low for LA. And I'm still going to try and negotiate it down. You want to see the drive to the place? I did reveal where it's at when I said it's right under Eddie Van Halen's house. I actually did give away. I shouldn't have said that because I just doxed to the location. I'm not going to say that again, actually. I'm going to keep that out of my mouth from now on. I can't drive us there because that will dox the location. Ashland, Oregon. But you guys, so here's what I'm going to do. Oh.
Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated.
Okay, well, I never heard the news story. Maybe I can find it on my phone. KNX News. KNX News. I mean, maybe they have the story up on there. ICE shoots up a car in San Bernardino. I did see that. East Los Angeles alleyway shooting. Boy, there's a lot of shootings. That's why I didn't want to go in that homeless encampment. There's too many shootings. You messaged me on TikTok? Okay, then I will hit you up back on there and let you know. I think I'm working tomorrow on NCIS. No. Matlock. I think I'm a bartender on Matlock tomorrow. I think that's my only scheduled work. I'm a bartender on Matlock tomorrow. There's a lot of production going on right now. I think Matlock is played that by that actress. I did a really great scene with this actress. You know, the chick from, I think she was in Titanic. What's her name? I don't really follow the names of these famous people. Forgot her name. But anyway, I did a scene once in a movie with her like 10 years ago. And I was a homeless guy on the street smoking a cigarette. Yeah, Kathy Bates. And I can't find that film because normally I never go look at anything I've worked on. But I wanted to see what this looked like. I'm like, and I smoked like 40 clove cigarettes that day. I got sick. I smoked so many clove cigarettes. This is why TikTok is crazy. I couldn't even tell you this story and say I smoked clove cigarettes. They would probably take it down. Anyway, you smoke clove cigarettes when you're on a TV show, when you're smoking. And I don't believe, I believe you have to smoke and inhale. I hate seeing someone smoke a cigarette fake smoke a cigarette on TV. It makes me want to fucking just pull my hair out. You have to be inhaling. You have to be smoking. So I smoked like fucking 2 packs of cigarettes that day shooting those scenes. You know what else I hate on TV is when somebody's pretending to drink a can of soda, but you can tell that the can is empty because there's no weight. And when they make a movement, you can just tell it's an empty can. That also irritates me. I once smoked so many cigarettes on an episode of Mad Men that I was sick for like 3 days. And I'm not making that up. And if you ever saw that episode, I am fucking plasticated. I am like, you watch that and you go, who's the guy walking around in every scene sucking those cigarettes down? That's me in the tan suit. That's me in the tan suit. Here, I'll show you what I look like. Let's take a look. If I have that image. I remember I posted that picture in my skin. My buddy said, you look like a fag, which is also a word you shouldn't use. It's also a word on TikTok would remove you for. Oh, there it is. There I am. That's what I look like on that episode of Mad Men right there. I'm on Mad Men looking like this, smoking cigarettes in a house in Reseda. With John Hamm, drinking a Schlitz beer. That suit is dope as hell, though, isn't it? That was on my birthday, though. Did I help you avoid that checkpoint? This suit was provided by Wardrobe, of course, because it's a throwback suit. Yeah, that's straight up from Wardrobe. That was on my birthday, actually. And I smoked so many cigarettes. I had a good time. I do look like a typical Fort Dodge dude. I just love the fact that I got the Schlitz beer. Yeah, they did have to, it's called a fitting. So you do go do a fitting. So on the fittings are usually 2 or 3 days before, and they pay you about $60. It only takes it can take up to 2 hours, but they pay you for it. So I go in the fitting, and they don't actually measure you for it. They have a costume department. You go to a costume company, and you walk in a warehouse that has thousands of suits from the 60s. I mean, they do, actually, I take that back. They do measure you. I mean, they take your word for it, but they do measure you. She actually comes in and measures your waist, your chest and shit. And then they start bringing in outfits, and they start fucking playing dress up. And all of a sudden now you're playing dress up with these girls, which I never mind because all the Wardrobe girls are cute. You know, you're taking your clothes on and off in front of these cute girls. I take my time. I'm like, okay, this is fine. I mean, whatever. I'm not in a hurry to get out of here. But then, Then they lock it in. They take pictures of you in each costume. They send that off to producers with text messages, and then you get your wardrobe gets approved. You get tagged up, and then when you show up on set that morning, your fucking shit's sitting there all steam cleaned in a bag with your picture ready to put on. And then you're rocking and rolling. But if you see that episode of Mad Men, that's how you'll recognize me. That's my suit. And I'm just smoking like a chimney in every scene. There's actually a swimming pool at the party. It's a big party, and there's a swimming pool out back. It's a mid-century modern house. This looks so cool. It's totally preserved as the 60s. It's in Reseda on Rinaldi Drive. It's a badass house. Shag carpet, the whole thing. That was a fun day, though. We were smoking a lot of weed, actually. I smoked weed back then. So, because so many people were smoking cigarettes on set, we were able to just smoke weed on set. So we were at the pool smoking a joint during a scene. Like one of the scenes if you watch that episode, if you look through the fucking glass window, there's a moment when John Hamm's in the house, and you look back and there's a couple chicks in a bikini, and you see me, and we're passing around like a fake joint. That's a real joint. I've smoked real joints on television, which was a pretty dope moment, actually. Did John Hamm smoke weed? Not that day. This was me and a couple other background players. I actually smoked the cigs. They were clove cigarettes, and I got sick. I smoked like 3 packs that day because it's a 12-hour shoot. Every time, you're starting a new cigarette on every scene, every take. Just cigarette after cigarette. Yeah, I was totally inhaling them. Yeah, I started smoking when I was 14 or 15. I think I was 14 when I started smoking cigarettes. I quit smoking cigarettes when I was 35. So I smoked cigarettes for 20 years. I was sick for 3 days. It actually made me literally ill. Like I thought I had the flu ill from all those clove cigarettes. You never drink real alcohol on set. I've never done that. I mean, I smoked a lot of weed on a Seth Rogen series because that's the only production I've ever been on where, like, you could walk through the fucking catering and smell weed. I mean, it's not like it was a pot party or anything, but you know that the rules are going to be a little bit different on a Seth Rogen shoot. Seth Rogen is a pot-smoking motherfucker. What is Joe Rogan like in real life? Just like he is when you see him. There's nothing fake about what you see with Joe. He's a cool dude. He'd be in the back and the fucking... you guys have to understand, like, I don't know how it is in Austin. It's probably not like this, but in Los Angeles, people want to meet celebrities and movie stars, and it's hard to get close to them, and they have handlers and all this kind of thing. But when it comes to comedy, you can walk right into the Comedy Store onto the patio, and there's no handlers, there's no people, there's no nothing. You're just hanging out with celebrities. And when I say celebrities, I mean actual celebrities who are there to see comedy shows. John Mayer, from people like John Mayer to fucking to the fucking, what's that porn star guy we were talking about the other day who's in prison? Forgot his name. Anyway, you'll see celebrities just hanging to see the shows, but you'll also meet your favorite celebrity comedians who will just hang with you. So Joe Rogan, you would just see him every night at the Comedy Store, chilling in the parking lot. There's a little parking lot and a little ledge If you go watch YouTube clips, you'll see it. They are so accessible. If you walk into the Comedy Store and walk out of the Comedy Store and you don't walk into Bobby Lee, you'll walk into Bobby Lee so many times that you'll be tired of seeing him. So if you're into guys like Bobby Lee or Whitney Cummings or Mark Maron or Joe Rogan or any comic, any of your favorite comics, if you like Theo Vaughn, fucking Tim Dillon, Bert Kreischer, fucking whatever. If you're into any of these people, you can just go have beers with them on any given night. This is a little tip. This is a little celebrity tip. Because you guys see these people go to movie premieres and they're handlers and they're coming out of these cars and it's all taped off. No one can get near them and it feels like they're not accessible. Everyone is accessible if you know where to go. Bobby Lee was great on Matt TV. He's one of my favorite human beings in the world and in Los Angeles. And I can't say that we're friends yet, but I'm gonna someday be at that point. But Bobby Lee has made sexual innuendo jokes at people I've been hanging out with. I remember me and my buddy Travis. I don't know if he's in the chat, but he's usually in the TikTok chat. I remember we were last at the Comedy Store together and Bobby Lee came out, was hitting on him. I think he was hitting on him. I'm not sure. You know, no, you don't know. You know what? I'm leaving right now. You know what? I'm leaving right now. Why are they circling like crazy off 405 Burbank exit? Boom, there it is. You see that? Helicopters circling right now, check it out, at Burbank 405 exit. Where were we? You guys want to know where we were just at looking for the girl in the red dress? Hold on, let me see when that alert came in. Hold on. Oh, and I just got message about the apartment. I called it, motherfucking, I called it. They're circling helicopters right where I fucking was out of the car, being chased off by the homeless. That's where the helicopters are circling right now. I fucking called it. I guarantee that's what they're doing. They're getting the lady in red. I'm driving over there right now. I fucking called it. I'm available anytime to see the property. Let me know when you're going next. That's what I said. Where's the reply? Would you please call me? Oh, I gotta call her. Hold on. Let me see when this other alert is. Well, where'd that fucking alert go? Four minutes ago. Okay, hold on. Hold up. I think they got this bitch. Okay. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it the fuck out. Hold on. All right, I gotta call this lady. She's gonna let me see this property today. I'm gonna go do this first, and then I'm gonna call this lady. Okay, so I called it. I drove right to where the bitch in the red dress was. I called it. There's only one of two things that happened here. Either they caught the chick in the red dress, or the two guys who ran me off the park just started the park on fire. I just went on a rant about the park being on fire and that the homeless chick is at the park. Let's see which one is true. Let's see which one will be true. Can we call the apartment lady on the other phone? I will call the apartment lady on the other phone. Hold on. You guys can hear me negotiate right on the phone. Are we taking bets here? Are the helicopters circling where I just was because they caught the lady in the red dress? Or are they circling because the park is on fire? Because it starts on fire twice a day. So we're taking bets. Guessing it's the chick. They caught the chick. I'm guessing they've spotted the girl because they don't fly helicopters to look at fires. They just come put the fires out. So using logic, I'm gonna say they got the chick in the red dress with the black knife. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I really just want to see if the chick in the red dress is cute or not. You know what I mean? She's 5'5", 115 pounds, red hair, red dress, black knife. Like if I saw that on a dating profile, I'd be inviting her to the Velvet Martini Lounge. If I said I was going to the Velvet Martini Lounge and you said, what do you want your date to look like? I'd be like, I don't know, 5'5", 115, red hair, red dress, black knife. I need her to stab people in case someone is trying to assault me at the park. I would need her to protect me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Ron Jeremy. That's who I was trying to remember earlier, was Ron Jeremy. I hear the helicopter. All right, well, we're going to find out what it is. It could be the protesters. Let's see if it's the protesters. There are protesters who go over on this walk bridge and, oh, they are. Are the protesters out? All right, we're almost there. All right, I say they got the chick in the red dress. That's my guess. You say hello, I say
about the conflict of interest before he made the votes. If convicted, Price faces more than 11 years behind bars. LA's crippling billion-dollar budget is ready to take a hard toll on people who are or were employees of Los Angeles. City Hall reporter Craig Figner keeping tabs on the LA layoffs.
The layoff process has begun.
A lot of city workers getting laid off. That's good because the city's a mess. Apparently they're not doing their job. Might as well fire them. Can't get any worse than it already is. Castillo got the day off. I'm sure Castillo's sleeping. Castillo bought me a quesadilla last night, which I like to call quesadillas. I say quesadilla. I say tomato. You say tomato. I say quesadilla. You say quesadilla. Hire the homeless people. They know how to build roads is a very, very, very clever idea. I actually agree with that. They are really good at building roads. They're really good at security too, right? You know what I mean? They can hang fish hooks in front of jewelry stores to stop smash and grabs. Can you imagine a group of people doing a smash and grab at a jewelry store and they all get fish hooks stuck in their eyeballs? The homeless people are clever. They know how to booby trap shit, you know?